spending all of my time working at things I no longer really enjoyed, trying to pay for things I really didn't want after all. And that's pretty much a standard model of life. You work for overhead.
Steve Roberts is doing what every 9-to-5 mortgage-burdened commute junkie has dreamed of. He sold everything he owned, built the ultimate computerized home office on wheels, and started traveling America's highways as a high-tech nomad. A lone wanderer linked to the electronic global village by state-of-the-art technology and pedal power.
The first step was basically to provide a tool that would allow me to be nomadic and a device for letting me write and communicate without having to worry about power.
The result was Winnebico, the first of 2 computerized recumbent bicycles that took Steve over 16,000 miles in 8 years, a trip he details in his book, Computing Across America.
The original Winnebico had a small laptop computer, a link to the computer networks, a small solar panel, and that was about it. I was wondering if you could, before we try to price the book, or at least know that we're in the right ballpark.
Living out of his bike and supporting himself as a freelance writer, this one-time computer consultant became something of a telecommuting celebrity. Eventually, this endless media attention brought Steve 140 sponsors and 45 volunteers to help him design and rebuild Winnebico into the current bike known as Behemoth. Sporting 105 gears, weighing 580 pounds, and stretching 13 feet with trailer, Behemoth stands for Big Electronic Human-Energized Machine, Only Too Heavy. And here's why.
The control console is here. Right on the top is a Macintosh, and I interact with that through a handlebar keyboard. So to type while I'm writing, I use a cord keyboard. Both hand grips have 7 keys. The screen flips up, I call it mechanical display paging, and exposes a VGA display for a DOS machine, PC. There's a little 2-meter ham radio right here. This is the brain interface unit. To control the Macintosh, since I don't have a desktop to use a regular mouse, I have ultrasonic sensors built into the helmet so that this head movement is what controls the mouse on the Macintosh. There's a couple of serious air horns. Probably the most interesting piece of technology on here is this. It's a heads-up display from Reflection Technology. It's called the Private Eye. And it's a 720 by 280 computer screen that appears to float in space. And that has its own DOS machine, which is behind the seat. Down there's the landing gear, which hold the thing up when I stop. This is the most robust computer on the bike. It's a Sun workstation with 424 megabytes of hard disk and a very high-resolution, bright, backlit color screen. The main power source for the whole system is a 72-watt solar panel on top here, cellular phone, to which there's also attached modem and fax and credit card verifier and answering machine. Inside the trailer, the front 2/3 is pack space, and the rear third is the communications bay. There's a HF, VHF, and UHF transceivers, as well as a small television transceiver, CB. I've had bicycle mobile conversations with people in Japan and Europe and Australia and all over. It's pretty routine.
The real ticket into data space is this satellite terminal, a transmitter receiver to the global network known as Internet, a communication link to the entire world, which Steve has used to build a network of thousands of friends.
I have global electronic mail through this. It also knows its latitude and longitude down to a few hundred feet. This is nice because it automatically stamps all of my outgoing mail with my location.
With a price tag tipping $1.2 million, you can bet Behemoth is nearly thief-proof. A 6-layered security system includes a microwave sensor that activates a voice warning, and a program that calls the police, reports itself as a stolen bike, and gives its exact location. But even the high priest of hobos can't stay forever free. To meet his busy speaking schedule, Steve now hauls his quarter-ton Behemoth around in a trailer. Cross-country journeys have turned to short day trips. And as all road warriors, he's grown weary of the asphalt.
The problem now is that I'm simply burned out on the road. I'm tired of hills and bad drivers and, just the traffic density and road surfaces which seem to be gradually decaying.
The answer is the next step in Nomadness. Along with his new traveling partner, Saxon, Steve is building an amphibious version of Behemoth to explore the waterways.
The roads are one-dimensional. They can go, this way or that way. The water surface is two-dimensional. It's XY. So it's much more freedom, and it's a whole lot quieter.
Steve Roberts is living proof that it doesn't matter where you are in the world. As long as you're online, you'll never be alone.
Dear Richard Richard, I'm on the road from Virginia to Boston, and it's freezing. I've got to get a better heater in this thing. By the way, that's a great tie you're wearing. Steve, what a joker. You know, anybody in the world now can get for as little as $5 a month an electronic mailbox, just like Steve has or I have, on CompuServe from AT&T, MCI, GE. Lots of services available that allow you to turn on a computer every day and get birthday greetings and other messages, like Mom saying, "You never email me anymore."